Glad to have you with us from Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, as we are set for a showdown in the Reliaquest Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see the number 24 team in the country, the Maryland Terrapins, taking on a team from the SEC, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. On the move from inside his 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Maryland's offense will have the ball first. This is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this. High-powered offense squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
Yeah, and this defense has been able to do that. Like every offense they face, they play great. They take away what you do best.
Coming out aggressively. Caught at the 25. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Unloads to the wideout. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. The Razorbacks offense will have its first possession of the game. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on, they punch the clock and they're hard workers.
Jackson will throw. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Well, quarterback went down behind center pretty quick that time, and it makes you wonder as a play caller, against this pass rush, do you start thinking about maybe rolling your quarterback out and changing the launch point?
And the Razorbacks will punt this one away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He was working his way on the return toward midfield. They'll stop him at the 46. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. He'll start this drive firing. He's got him. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. And the Terrapins want to pick up the tempo. Handoff to the lone back. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Now they'll run the draw. Got the first down. Looking for more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Terrapins are marching down the field.
Great job by the offense, understanding where the sticks are. And look, they got the first down, and they're like, all right, let's crank this tempo up now. We got first down. Let's go fast.
They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zoned and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. From here, it would just be a 30-yard field goal try. Let's see how aggressive they're going to be to try to pick up that first down. Fires left. Wide open downfield. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Terrapins! These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits them in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
On to attempt the try. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they finish it off with a touchdown toss from the 23. And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Razorbacks now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Here's the pressure. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll run the sneak for it.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successful.
And the Razorbacks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Jackson gonna throw it. Setting up the screen. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. The Razorbacks come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. There he goes. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Razorbacks back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Rushes on him. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Finds a little space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Razorbacks pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Going with the ground game left. They'll pull him down after a pickup of 5 down to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Trying to surprise him with the pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Well, that's their 3rd sack of the game, and we knew statistically coming into this game, this is one of the top 25 units in the nation getting after the quarterback. I just love how athletic they are up front, and they are giving this offensive line headaches and nightmares up to this point.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to get the 3. He got it. Now the lead is down to 11.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth, man. 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
And he's going to bring it out. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll go to the ground. Breaks into the open. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down. And the Terrapins moving quickly to the line.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a first down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Pocket breaking down. Touchdown, Maryland! They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Jackson will throw. Fires to the wideout. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Trying play action. Grab behind the line. It's Ferguson. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. When you've already seen your quarterback go down 3 times, you might as well try holding, and they didn't get away with it. Going to the ground. Finds some running room. He'll pick up 4 out to the 12. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking deep down the right side. Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Maryland has the lead. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Looking downfield on 1st down. Here comes the heat. Makes the catch. Oh, he's got some space. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. They go to the ground. Runs through a tackle.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Looking to pass. It's Washington. He's got his man. Makes the grab. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So now on comes the field goal unit. Splits the uprights. It's good. And that lead grows even bigger. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. To the air on second down. It's complete to the right. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Handoff from the shotgun. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. It's good.
Well, the head coach decided to play it safe on 4th and inches and try his field goal team out there, and his field goal kicker just made him look like a pretty smart guy.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. To the air, it's Washington. He makes the grab. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Still some work to do after that last completion at 2nd down. Running back searching for a hole. Dragged down at the 30 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught behind the line is Howard. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Lets it fly on the move. Got it. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here on 3rd down. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Terrapins will bring the punt team onto the field. Here's the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker who is so important to this team.
The Razorbacks are facing 3rd and inches. He'll keep it on the sneak. No need to get cute there, especially when they allow you to push the quarterback forward, and they do, and get the first down.
Yeah, the quarterback just does a nice job finding the crease, right? Which side of the center am I going to go? I got to get low to the ground, and I'm going to have my buddies behind me trying to give me a little extra shove to go get that first.
Hold on.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Jackson gonna throw it. Looking down the middle. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Under fire. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He'll pull it down. At the 45, on his way. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout. And man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. And here comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. Just drives it between the uprights. That'll trim the deficit to 15.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. To the air on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Adams. Makes the grab, and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. And the Terrapins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. A strike downfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Got a man in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Pass interference.
A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Back to throw, it's Washington. Got his man quickly. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Adams. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Now facing a 3rd and long. Makes the catch. It's Wood. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
27, Arkansas, 9.
On the move from inside his 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the 1st half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Hauls it in. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After that last completion, it's 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Fires to the middle. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. And the Razorbacks will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking to throw, it's Washington. Under fire. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Terrapins decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got his man. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The offense will quickly use a timeout. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Outside the pocket, lets it go. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to go up top. Unleashes it on the run. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Reese, 2 quarters in the books in the Reliaquest Bowl. A couple of teams who have battled their way here, looking to bring home some hardware for the trophy case. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this 2nd half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. And sort of an ugly first half, honestly, but the deficit's still manageable if they want to wrap up this season with a bowl win.
This is a team I know that takes a lot of pride, and I'm sure at halftime in the locker room, David, there was some shouting going on. They need to get themselves motivated and ready to go, because they're not out of this game.
Yeah, and
Turning it on! He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Jackson will throw. Here's a heat. Hit as he throws. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive. Trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. The Razorbacks send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And everybody knows when you're running that play action, that fake has to be great. Everybody has to bite it for it really to work. Defense didn't bite it, didn't bite the bait, went after the quarterback and got him on the ground.
And the Terrapins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Here's the handoff. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. He lost one down the sideline. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The Terrapins will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Boy, that seemed to be prime return territory. Instead, he'll make the fair catch. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Throws to the tight end. And that one's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Jackson going to throw it. Fires to the middle. Another incompletion on 3rd down. And the Razorbacks line up to punt it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Guys, this offense coming back out onto the field. They'll give it to the back. Creates a little room. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
They'll ride the hot hand. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Terrapins will line up to punt it away. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Power football with the run. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to the ground with the running back. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. The Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Surging forward on the sneak. No need to get too cute there or overly creative. Just push the ball forward and get the 1st down.
I completely agree. I hate when people get creative. Just easy money, downhill, run the QB, get the 1st down.
You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. And the Razorbacks with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense
lets it fly. Hits him in stride inside the 10. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Touchdown, Terrapins! And the pummeling has started.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something. There he goes! And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the pass is incomplete, but there is a penalty flag. Did they get the receiver for a push-off?
Pass interference. Offense.
You don't see a lot of OPI, but on that play, the offensive player just way too handsy. He's grabbing, he's working his hands way too much, and that was an easy call for the referees.
And the defense makes a big hit, knocks him down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Jackson will throw. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And there's no mystery as to why this team's losing today. They've given up 5 sacks. They cannot keep their quarterback upright. And you just saw another example of it right there. He has never been able to get into rhythm throwing the football.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain. The Razorbacks will punt it away on 4th down. They're up to a 6 kicks today. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Pressure coming. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Trying to make that rush think on the draw play here. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. The Terrapins are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Going to try to get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. And the Terrapins are moving quickly down the field. Unloads quickly. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Using his legs, it's Howard. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. We've reached the break. It's Maryland with the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Maryland! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
Arkansas, 9.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Lanier. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. Off the play fake. He's going to fire deep. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game. But trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Jackson going to throw it. Oh, they're after him. This time on target. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. And the Razorbacks come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Going for it all. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Hauls it in, the first down and more. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Wants to throw on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the 4th quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
The Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. A shot toward the end zone. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
That is a huge break for this offense. Instead of the turnover, roughing the passer, and you've still got the football. Gets it to him on the screen. Makes a man miss. He gets it past the first down marker, and a really nice job to set up that screen and move the sticks. Jackson will throw. Quickly complete. Trying to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there. And the Razorbacks trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Grabs it in the middle. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. His offensive line trying anything to protect the quarterback at this point. Nothing's working, and they'll back up after the holding penalty. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. On the run, fires downfield. Complete to the right. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. The Razorbacks are moving quickly down the field. They'll use the running game on first and goal. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. Looking to fire. Wide out trying to get it in. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. This offense has been unable to find the end zone. Scores on the sneak. In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can build on.
And they did tack on the point. That drive covered 40. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Open space at the 25. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And busting big runs like this, we always talk about the running backs, but it's the big boys up front paving their lanes, those receivers gluing on those DBs that make these plays really go for big yardage.
And how about those receivers? Not just the glamour of catching passes, but doing some dirty work, too.
No doubt. When they get on those guys in the second level and get on those DBs, that's when you break those big, long runs.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Give to the back. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down. How many times do you think they're going to run that one back in film study? Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. That's a penalty. It'll be a long film study for him. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. The give to the back. Across the 25, he's got room. Breaks into the open. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard. There is time on the clock. If there's time on the clock, there is time to put more points on the board. I mean, the scoreboard operator needs to work out too, right?
Yeah, and I guess he's been getting it, and the defense's job is to stop. But I would argue, Reese, you can't just take a knee. You take a knee, you run the clock, you still get out of here, and you still get the win.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown.
48, Arkansas, 16.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Jackson gonna throw it. Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
Well, you can't blame this offense for wanting to be aggressive. They're down by a lot on the scoreboard here, and that time going 4 verticals, trying to stretch the defense, see if someone can get open. But, David, the defense was expecting it, and they were able to come away with the INT.
Yeah, the only thought I have right now, Jesse, is I'm playing deep. I can't give up the big plays. I want to make them earn it. The clock is my friend, getting the lead, having the lead in the fourth quarter. Nice execution by this defense, and this one ain't over, but it's looking more like it.
Finding open areas. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They've dealt with it now. They got the loss. They had a little bit of struggle early in the season. What do? You respond by putting a winning streak together, gaining some momentum as the season closes.
And sometimes the good thing about losing games early is that you know you're not perfect. You have to come out. You've got to bring your A game to the party.